country in its approach to leadership. The cultural practices reflect values based on responsibility and integration, which are aspects that align with several leadership trends. The census is a resource used by leaders to make collective decisions. Switzerland is recognized for its political system based on direct democracy, where active citizens' participation allows for consensual and transparent decisions. This approach reflects inclusive and participative leaderships, which prioritize the collective construction of solutions and respect through opinions. Leadership in Switzerland is characterized by promoting individuals' autonomy within a collaborative framework, fomenting a balance between personal initiative and collective commitment. They value individual responsibility with several purposes, emphasizing in ethical and adaptive leaderships. In this context, critical thinking plays a fundamental role. Swiss leaders and citizens, from rational perspectives, analyze, evaluate, and question information and proposals before making decisions, thus ensuring that these are well-founded, fair, and effective. All through individuals, autonomy is valued. Leaders work to create teams where everyone has clear roles and can contribute from their own perspective. In companies like Roche and Novartis, multidisciplinary teams are the foundation of innovation. On the other hand, regarding the ideal leader model, Switzerland positions values such as honesty and integrity as part of the basic characteristics that its leaders must possess when exercising the leadership. Leaders are expected to have the ability not only to inspire through words, but also to generate actions that reflect what they say with what they do. Leaders are expected to be self-sufficient and responsible, and to demonstrate respect and humility, not self-centered attitudes that attribute the team's achievements to themselves for personal gain.
Business ethics in Switzerland are characterized by a strong legal framework and a corporate culture committed to sustainability, transparency, and social responsibility. Companies are required by laws such as the CO2 Act, the Code of Obligation, and the Remuneration Regulation to follow strict reports, such as environmental as well as salaries controls and anti-corruption practices. Also, apart from the regulation of the state, Swiss people are actively participants in domestic events, demanding responsible behavior from the businesses and the government. In comparison, Peru still has a lot to improve. The state regulations are weak, many companies prioritize profit over the common goods, and ethics is seen more as an image strategy rather than a genuine commitment to the country and its people. Peruvians are often informed about questionable practices from the government and business. However, in many cases, they fail to demand significant changes. Furthermore, the laws that should regulate corporate behavior are not always firmly enforced, as there exist many cases of corruption, which make social and environmental responsibility state not prioritized.
Internal stakeholders. In Switzerland, managers and employers often work in a collaborative way. Hybrid work is very common, and digital tools like Microsoft Teams and Slack help teams make fast decisions and stay connected. Investors also push for innovation and sustainability. So leaders must be open, teach, savvy, and responsible. In Peru, leadership is more top-down, while their progress employee participation and sterilization is low. Since the pandemic, more teams use digital tools, but many still rely on WhatsApp or email, which limited effective teamwork. Investors often expect short-term results, which shape how leaders act. External stakeholders. In Switzerland, external actors like unions and the government influence leadership through dialogue and strong labor laws. Unions take part in negotiation, and the government promotes CSR and sustainability reports, making leaders more accountable. In Peru, this influence depends on the sector. In mining and agriculture, communities are starting to demand more transparency and care for the environment. CSR is growing, but many companies still see it as optional rather than essential.
In this part, I want to talk about Daniel Hume. He is chef and owner of 11 Madison Park and The Nomad in New York. He is very successful in fine dining. He always tries to be excellent and to do new things. His way of leading is strong and focused on being perfect. He is famous for his book Cooking Ideas. He changed 11 Madison Park into a fancy vegan restaurant. These things show the Swiss love for quality, precision, and doing things very well. Made in Switzerland means very good work and great attention to detail. 2. Andrea Hoffman is a vice chairman of Roche, a big company. He cares a lot about the planet and doing the right thing in business. His way of leading is ethical and with purpose. He thinks about the future, helping people and making good impact on society. This way of leading matches Swiss values like very careful, responsible and stable. Switzerland also cares about the environment and having a good quality of life. Roche works in many countries, making medicine for different people. To do things well, their teams need to understand health difference like genetics, culture and society. Carlos Rodriguez is the president and founder of Intercorp Group. He is one of the most important business leaders in Peru. His goal is to help the growing middle class in Peru. He wants to give people good and affordable services and products. His leadership style is smart, flexible, and focused on reaching many people. He always thinks about the need customers, and he is way practical and focused on the future. He wants to build a strong company, even when the situation in the country is difficult.
To finish our video, we want to share 5 key takeaways we learned while comparing leadership in Switzerland and Peru. First, in Switzerland, leaders mix personal independence with their work. They don't just give orders, they trust their teams and work together. Second, leaders there don't need to show off. A boss earns respect by being on time, doing their job well, and staying consistent. Third, participation is very important, both in companies and in politics. People are asked for their opinions before making big decisions. 4. Swiss companies follow strong ethical rules. In Peru, we still face challenges like informality and low trust in institutions. And last, Swiss leadership is already using new global trends like AI, sustainability, and diversity to improve how they work. Based on all this, here are 5 recommendations that could help Peruvian companies. 1. Create more spaces where employees can share ideas and be part of the decision-making process. 2. Support leaders who lead by example, not by showing authority, but by being responsible and fair. 3. Build stronger internal ethics programs using Swiss companies as a model. 4. Add training in critical thinking to help future leaders make better decisions. And finally, use digital tools to listen to team feedback and improve transparency and sustainability.